On January 6th, it wasn't as the media described it. It was not an insurrection. And many of the people were encouraged to go in by FBI informants.
Well, hang on.
And also by
let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. The truth is that thousands of people descended on the Capitol as a howling, aggressive, and it turned out very violent, in some cases, mob. People were killed that day, and they broke into the US Capitol, the absolute epicenter of American democracy, and they did it to thwart democracy.
This is just an embarrassment, and the people of Arizona are sick and tired of elections being run like we're in some banana republic. He's right up there right now, and his name is Governor Ron DeSantis. He is gutsy. The guy has bigger, okay. Wait, let me think about how I want to word this. My staff always says, whatever you do, do not say balls. So I'm not going to say it. You're saying there's no evidence, Pierce, but there really is a mountain of evidence, and more of it's coming out. We're looking at what happened in Michigan as more information comes out about completely phony voter registration. We watched as they pulled ballots from underneath tables after they kicked the poll observers
Kari, there are lots of these stories swirling around, but every single time it's gone before people whose job it is to say whether this has actually happened, there's no evidence. I keep saying this to Donald Trump. I don't know why he keeps flogging the dead horse of a stolen election.
Well, I'll tell
when actually what he wants to be doing is trying to persuade people that he should be elected again. Give us something for the country to feel positive about.
And he is doing that. And he is doing that, but the evidence is coming out, and I know it's probably not being played in the UK, but it is coming out every day. More and more evidence is coming out about how bad 2020 was. The polls are showing that the majority of Americans now believe that the 2020 election was wrought with fraud.
No,
and
they
so
don't.
the polls are changing.
Nonsense.
People don't.
I mean, look, Kari Lake, let's be honest, she looks lobotomized. She like, I have read many polls and they all say we won. And why does a third of the country think that Trump won? Because people like Kari Lake lie to them as a matter of course. So the Republican Party in this country is totally illegitimate. And even when right-wingers in the rest of the world, well, I shouldn't say the rest of the world, I should say in Europe, look at our right wing, they go, what are those things? They think our right wing has lost its mind, even though they're on the same side of the ideological spectrum, because it's lie after lie. It's a lie factory. It's not a disagreement. It's not a disagreement. They're just flat out lying and they know it.
I'll tell you what he's got. I don't know if you heard of this, but he's got BDE. Anybody know what that means? Ask your kids about it later. I call it big DeSantis energy. Right? He's got the same kind of BDE that President Trump has.
Now, the nickname for the name Richard is Dick. And I say that because she wants her kids, or she wants adults to go talk to their kids about big Richard energy.
Interesting. By the way, she's at a Turning Point USA event, which is supposed to be for younger people, but she can't help herself. She's always talking to 80-year-old Republican voters. So like, go talk to your kids. They are the kids. And she's trying to appeal to them with like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, big one.
Okay.
Good luck.
I have very little faith in some of the people that are operating that Maricopa County elections. I think they're incompetent.
The right is, and Kari Lake and Donald Trump being the biggest problem here, most spectacular examples. They never bother to give you real evidence or facts to back up what they're saying. So for example, I don't think Secretary of State should oversee their own elections. So that means Katie Hobbs in this race should not have overseen the governor's race, in my opinion, okay? Even though she's a Democrat, I think it's a bad idea, okay? Now, I also think it's a bad idea when Republican Secretary of States oversee their own elections, like Brian Kemp in Georgia.
Right, that's right.
So we are pretty much the only show you'll ever find that's fair about that.